Hello there everyone, my name is Amy, this is the Opinionated Woman, and welcome to another reading vlog. This reading vlog I've been planning for forever. My sibling keeps on saying, haven't you filmed that video yet? Because I keep talking about it and I haven't done it. So here we are. As you can see from the title, we are going to be reading thrillers that Gabby reads, likes, and hates. But while sorry, my hair needs such a trim, and I have a haircut booked for Tuesday, but it's like a creature on top of my head. But while I tell you about this, I am going to start preparing a cake. My brother just got engaged. He proposed to his girlfriend. I mean, they've been living together for ages. They've been talking about it, but he managed to surprise her at the aquarium. And while I do that, I am going to tell you all about this challenge. So, Gabby Reads. I'm sure you know who Gabby Reads is. She is a well-followed YouTuber. She's been around for a while. She's absolutely wonderful. Let me start weighing. So I've been following Gabby Reads for ever since I started with BookTube. I found her at some point, and I love watching her videos. She is an absolute sweetheart. The way she fangirls about the music she loves is precious. It's adorable. And I love her reading vlogs. I love seeing what she gets up to with her family and little Tanky, their dog, and oh my gosh, I love her videos so much. And she's the one that got me to read Loveless back in 2020 or 2021. That book made me cry so much, and it is a huge part of me realizing that I'm demisexual. So I always have such fondness towards Gabby because of that. But the thing is, even though all her reading vlogs, especially her thriller reading vlogs, are insta watches for me. They appear on my For You page. They appear on my YouTube, and I watch them straight away because they're so damn entertaining. But the thing is, I don't think we share the same thriller tastes at all. I swear, her best thrillers of the year for me are my worst thrillers of the year if we've read the same ones, which is so funny because personal taste is personal taste. Neither of us is right or wrong, but I just find it very entertaining just being I hate this, I hate that book, what are you talking about? So I decided that I wanted to do an experiment. I wanted to read a thriller that Gabby hated to see if I like it, and a thriller that Gabby liked to see if I like that. And we'll see by the end. Do we match up slightly? Are we the complete opposites? Is this just a chance? We'll see. So the first book that I'm picking up is Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby. Gabby is waxed lyrical about this book. Yeah, this is what she had to say about it.
And this book is about these two men who are getting revenge on the people who murdered their sons, and it's just one of the most powerful books that I've ever read. I do think this is another book where there's a lot of graphic violence in this book, way more violence than I was anticipating. And this book was just stunning. It was absolutely stunning, and this was another thriller that made me bawl my eyes out. This one made me cry so hard at the end of this book. It was beautiful. When there's tears in the title, they were not kidding.
So this follows two men, a black man and a white man. They're two fathers with criminal pasts whose sons, who were a married couple, have been murdered. These fathers never accepted their sons. They were very, I think they were estranged because of their homophobia, but both of them are on a mission to find out what happened to their sons. So I'm really interested because this sounds really incredible. So I really hope that in this instance, me and Gabby are yeah, we match. So yeah, I'm really interested to pick that one up. And then the other one that I'm going to be picking up, that was the one Gabby liked. The one Gabby didn't like was Things We Do in the Dark by Jennifer Hillier. I see, this is the confusing thing, is that Gabby recommended Jar of Hearts by Jennifer Hillier, and I really enjoyed it. So, and I've been wanting to read another Jennifer Hillier, and I saw this I think this one was on Gabby's worst books of the year for 2022. This is what she had to say about it.
Because this book was more than just disappointing for me. You know, like, not only was this book massively disappointing, because I've read so much Jennifer Hillier before, I've read 3 books before this one, and all of those books were 4 to 5 stars. And this was the first book by her that I ever gave 1 star. I found this book to be so incredibly predictable. Me and my friend Brittany were actually buddy reading this when we were on a trip earlier this year, and we like looked at each other and we were like, I bet this is what's happening. I bet this is the plot twist. And then of course, that's what happens in this book. Like, picking this book up really felt like a chore to me. And I feel like if I wasn't reading this book for my book club, I would have DNF'd it. Like, that's how much I really wasn't enjoying it.
So I decided, you know what, let's pick it up. Let's see whether I like it or not. It's available on Scribd. That's the main thing. Like, there are probably more recent books that she has liked or disliked, but I need to find what I can access on Scribd. So I can find things we do in the dark on Scribd. I'll be picking that one up after Razorblade too. Let's make this cake. Ow, mother of Christ, that was hot. Ah, fuck. That was boiling water. You'd think I'd realize. What a tit. I don't use kitchen gadgets because I'm trained in how to use normal kitchen equipment properly. So I'm going to show you the best way to separate an egg. Because everyone's like, oh, this is the trick to separate an egg. There's no fucking trick. It's literally knock it on the counter, chuck it in your hand, and zhuzh it. Zhuzh it. No white. No white. Plop. Perfect. None of these. I've got a yolk fish that someone bought for me that was quite cute because, like, I used to be kind of sensitive about touching egg, but I got used to it working in the industry. So now, literally, toss it in your paw. It's the perfect way to separate an egg. Absolutely perfect, especially when your eggs are fresh and your yolks are more stiff. So I went to Silwood, which is a private cookery school in Cape Town. It's really fucking lawny and expensive. But I went there to do the pastry program, so it wasn't as like daylight robbery when it came to fees. But they would always, like in our exam questions, they would say, what do you use to fold? And because we were marked on city and guilds, which is overseas, see, I want my good whisk. I don't have my good whisk, my sibling has it. They would always, they said to us, regardless of what we say, because we would use a spatula at school. I don't have one. I don't know why, I just don't. But they'd say, what do you use to fold in mixtures? And the answer had to be a sharp-edged metal spoon. I answered that question so many fucking times. Jesus Christ. But that was the part of cookery that I loved. I love like that type of environment. Like it was just like learning fun stuff and eating fun stuff, which was really cool. Oh my god, this tastes like my grandmother's kitchen. It tastes like my grandmother's kitchen. Here's the cake. So later I will make the icing and I'll decorate it and I'll show you. So I made the cake, and on this recipe there are 0 dimensions with pans and things like that. This is the cake. It's too small. Too small. So let's make another one. And I'm really not lust for it. Like I really don't feel like making another cake. But I'm like halfway through weighing up. That's the most tiresome job. And then I will bake the cake. Wait for that to cool. Then ice the bastard. I didn't have a lot of icing, but here she is. Did some little roses on top. The texture wasn't perfect for the icing, but you know what? It works. Hello friends, I have just had a meeting. I'm dressed like a fancy business lady. My head's been chopped off. There we go. I'm also watching the football because Beth England's coming on. Woo-hoo-hoo! We love some Beth England, lesbians all the way. They've got Lauren James got a fucking red card. Lauren James is their best player. So yeah, I think they're going to second. Is it the second part of extra time or is it penalties? I'm not sure. Anyway, I thought I'd update you in the meantime about Razorblade here. I'm about 100 pages in. Now, what I didn't expect, it's the second half of extra time. So I used to read Jack Reacher books, the Lee Child Jack Reacher books, because I used to read whatever was on my mom's Audible when I still used to use Audible. I never used to spend the credits myself, and my stepdad loved Lee Child, and so did my mom, and so does my stepbrother. So I used to read a lot of them. So I haven't read a book from like a violent man's perspective in a while, especially two homophobic violent men, because as I explained, this is following two fathers who disapproved of their children's lifestyles. They're gay, they got married, and then they were murdered. But like definitely like executed murdered. It was bad. They meet at the funeral. It's the first time they're ever meeting because, you know, they didn't want anything to do with their kids' partner's family and or horrible stuff. They're still at this point talking about how they disagree with their lifestyle, and they're basically just like classic homophobes, and both of them have done prison time, and the police are really not prioritizing this case, and they think it's specifically because they were gay, but so the one father approaches the other father and is like, I want to do something about this. These people can't get away with what they did to my sons, and off they go. I did not expect it to be as bloody and violent straight away. Oh my word. Like, they're not fucking around at all. Like, they're not people going around trying to solve a mystery. This is people like getting intimidated and hurt in order for them to get information. It's really intense. But I am enjoying it. I'm hoping by the end, they're going to have more of a, realizing that they were wrong about their children's lifestyles. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's really fast paced. I'm really interested to see where it goes. Oh, wait a second. It involves bikers. And let's just say, I have personal beef, and I do not like bikers, especially violent bikers, like people in biker gangs. And there's a biker gang in this that seems to have something possibly to do with their sons, but we don't know. It's like literally just introduced right in the beginning that a biker gang is involved in some way. And I was like, ugh, yucky. Anyway, really enjoying this. Now I'm going to watch this football and shit my pants. Hello, people arrived at my house this morning. A delivery guy. Before I'd even got out of my pajamas. I'm still wearing my non-change pajamas. God damn it. But I want to show you what am I putting the camera there? It's a bad place. I had a delivery, so today is a public holiday, but I'm going to work because I want to go to the Sea Point Library tomorrow. So I want to work today, free up some space for myself tomorrow. I want to wear these pants. I ordered these because I had my eye on them for so long, and I haven't had any money to buy them. So it's been a huge bummer. And then I went into the shop, and they'd restocked, and it wasn't there anymore. And I was like, no! So I found them online. Look at the pattern. I hope they fit. I had to buy big old size. Big old size to fit my big old bum. Look at them! Aren't they adorable? Oh my God. They're like super lightweight. patterny overalls. Oh, they're quite see-through. Oh dear. But I'm excited. I really hope they fit. I really hope they fit. I'm so psyched. I'm gonna go to the library in these tomorrow. Oh dang. God damn. This book is freaking wild. Like I told you, it was like a lot more violent than I am used to for these days. But it's really keeping me turning these pages like absolute crazy. I want to know what's happening. I want to know why it's happening. I want to know who's looking for this person. And I just hit like chapter... Let me have a look. What chapter am I on? 36. So 35 ended in like a, oh no, oh my god, no. And then the next chapter, we get a revelation that I'm like, wait, what? What? That like basically started out this whole mission. They say Cosby knows how to fucking write. This dude. And Gabby knows how to recommend a thriller. And I'm really loving this book. Gabby was very right. Thrillers aren't meant to make you cry. They're meant to make you scared. God damn it. I've got 12 pages left. Did I at any point mention in this vlog that I got my hair cut? Because if you haven't noticed, I got my hair cut. I feel like a pixie. So, as you can see from that clip that I just played you, I finished Razorblade Tears this morning, and it made me have the tears. Like, I didn't expect it at all, but it's so bizarre. Like, this is a book I was like, oh my god, I'm going to recommend this to my stepdad. My stepdad would love it. And me and my stepdad don't overlap in books very often at all, but it's one of those that like both of us can really enjoy it. I never put thrillers on my best books of the year, but I feel like this might be in the best books of my second half of the year. It's really that good. And like one thing that happens with a lot of thrillers is there's not like a lot of character development because you're really like looking at what's happening in the moment. This has so much character development. There are perfect twists, complete shocks out of left field. It was just perfectly done. Absolutely incredible. Please read Razorblade Tears. Gabby, thank you very much. You were totally right. So now I'm going to move on to Things We Do in the Dark, and we'll see if me and Gabby match on that one as well and I have a terrible time. But let's hope I like it too. That would be the best. If I liked both and we learned nothing from this experiment, I would be happy. But let's see. Okay, it is time for me to pick up Things We Do in the Dark. I literally, as I was showering, I put it on so I could just listen to the very beginning. And the first sentence was, "There's a time and place for erect nipples, but the back of a police car is not one of them." Pardon? What the fuck? So that was odd. So we'll see how it goes from here. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go to Kirstenbosch, which is a botanical gardens in the southern suburbs, like just at the foot of Table Mountain, like around the back. I'm going to go there. I'm going to walk around. I'm going to have a look at the beautiful plants, and I'm going to listen to my audiobook. I think it's going to be a great old time. So let's go. I should be listening to my audiobook on the way to Kirstenbosch, but Renee Rapp's album Snow Angel came out yesterday, and in Gabby's videos she's always fangirling over Taylor Swift or BTS. So I'm gonna fangirl about Renee Rapp. I can't do any clips of me listening to it because I film on the thing the music comes out of, so can't do any of those like Gabby-esque aesthetic shots in the car. But we're gonna listen to Snow Angel on the way there, and then we're gonna get into Things We Do in the Dark when we get to the gardens.
like the most beautiful spot of Kirstenbosch that everyone comes to. I'm just waiting for the crowds to go down a little bit so that I can walk there and show you. I just wanted to catch you up. So I'm basically following Paris, who at the very beginning of the story has been like police are in her house. She is in the bathroom with her dead husband, who is in the tub. She's covered in his blood and she's holding a straight razor, and she gets arrested. So she said that she hasn't done it, obviously, and so now she's been arrested. She's getting a lawyer. Her husband is a famous actor, and he's much older than her, like 30 years older than her. So yeah, that's where I am, and I'm interested to see where it goes so far.
That's fine. Take it.
Now, if any of you have been to Kirstenbosch or haven't been to Kirstenbosch before, haven't been to Cape Town, this is like something you have to do when you come to Cape Town. But look at this here. So this is the view from this little hut guy, little Kofi. So that was the view in 1917. And that's in the 30s. And that's now. Isn't that fucking sick? Look how lush and green it is. But yeah, phew, I forgot how hilly it is here. Like, it's really hilly, and all the car park was like so full, but because this place is so big, it's like not crowded at all. I filmed a part of a TikTok and I didn't realize there was a child in the tree above me, so that's was a little embarrassing, but whatever. Yeah, we're basically still in the beginning parts of this book. I think I'm using this. There's a Cape Robin underneath the bench that I'm sitting on. Oh, it's right next to me. Oh, beautiful. I have a Cape Robin tattooed on my leg. So I love these birds. Oh my god, let me see. There it is. It was just underneath my chair. Hello, baby. Hi. You're beautiful. So I'm just walking around, and I've forgotten how hilly it is and how not used to cardio I am. I'm used to yoga. There's two. Oh, this is a good spot to sit. It's a very good spot to sit. So I'm just taking a little rest here. Then I think I might mosey my way on back to the entrance because I have been wandering around for a bit. Then I'm going to get myself a Vita coffee and listen to my book all the way back home because I don't live in the southern suburbs, so it's a decent amount. So I'm really getting into like the meat of this book during this trip, which is exactly what I wanted to do. And it's so relaxing and nice being outside in such great weather. The summer is coming. It's on its way. Thank goodness. Yeah. This was a good idea. This is what I like about reading blogs, is that it gives me an excuse to sort of like make dates with myself. So like I'm going to take myself on a trip to Kirstenbosch, because like the last time I was at Kirstenbosch, it was with my last boyfriend. I mean my last ever boyfriend, because it was before I came out. It was like 2 weeks before he broke my heart. I haven't been back in a while, so this is a nice, like I'll be like, I'll go around Kirstenbosch, listen to this audiobook for this vlog, make the vlog look pretty, and make myself feel energized. It's like the good type of healthy content creation, you see. Anyway, let's carry on listening.
Everyone, I'm just waiting for my lunch to cook, so I wanted to come in here and update you. I was only going to update you when I got halfway through this book, but I wanted to tell you about a new angle. So, oh, speaking of new angles,
Let's change location, that wasn't working. So I wanted to come in and update you because there's a different angle to this book now. So before we were only in, what's her name? Literally the last, I don't know how many chapters have not been with our protagonist. What's her name?
we have now got a second POV of this guy called Drew. He runs a podcast. He runs a podcast called Things We Do in the Dark, and it's a true crime podcast. So he is now. He usually does cases that like aren't connected to him at all, but now he's going to be following this case of his friend Joey, who died, and her mother, who abused her, is just getting out of prison, and he's gone in to interview her. So he's basically doing this show on his friend Joey, who got killed in a fire. I haven't heard the details of it yet, but I'm interested to see how the main storyline and this storyline sort of like overlap, because the only overlap I've seen so far is him reading a magazine with the news story about the husband that got murdered. So it's going to be interesting to see how these overlap. But yeah, I haven't learned anything else new so far. I am liking the writing. I have enjoyed Jennifer Hillier's writing in the past, so I'm definitely enjoying the ride. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Saying that, I just realized I am halfway through, and we just realized how the two stories link, and it is interesting. It's not, I wouldn't say it's anything revolutionary. Like, I feel like this trope has been done. I'm interested to see how this fares. Like, yeah, I'm interested to see how it plays out, but apparently this gets ridiculous and stupid at the end. So we'll have to see if that's the type of ridiculous and stupid that I can get on board with, or the type that I can't. But yeah, I have been listening to it while tidying my freaking bedroom, because this storage container goes up there, right? And I opened this cupboard door and it slid right off and onto my bookshelves. It smashed this jar. I replaced the jar. It broke. I had a frame here with a picture in it, and it's like fuck, I swear I've gone through this whole fucking room with a broom and a vacuum, and I'm still stepping on glass because it literally crushed it. It crushed the glass completely, like ground some of it down to fucking sand because it's so heavy. So I've just been tidying up that and having a little autistic meltdown, because this is my space and I do not like it when bad things happen to my space. But I've pulled myself together. And yeah, I hope this book ends in the kind of stupid that I like. I really hope. Hello, I just walked across the street to the shop and I managed to finish my audiobook. So me and Abby are going to tell you. Right, so it didn't... There were a couple of things in this where I was like, you know, like a lot of those thrillers where you have to like suspend your disbelief a little bit because like the decisions the character made were blatantly stupid. But I feel like there are a lot of other thrillers that I've read that are a bit more ridiculous when it comes to this kind of thing. Abby looks so cute in this shot. She's never really in my shots because she just sleeps in the during the day, and she gets goofy in the morning and the nighttime, but that's when she's running around. Hello, my love. Anyway, so yeah, it kind of just ended with a mleh. Like, none of the reveals were very exciting. I still like the writing. Like, I still think I'm going to read Jennifer Hillier, especially I think Gabby said that she liked The Butcher from her, and I know that's on Scribd. So I'll definitely try Jennifer Hillier again, because this wasn't, like, bad for me. Like, I know Gabby was really disappointed by it and, like, didn't like it at all. And I just felt like it was just a little bit nothingy, you know? Like, I felt like the reveals could have been far more dramatic. The ending would have been less anticlimactic. Like, the ending was very it was just nothingy basically. So while I wouldn't put this on like worst books of the year for sure, definitely not the worst thriller that I've read, it's not a great one. So yeah. So at the end of this, I kind of didn't mind the one that Gabby hated, and I loved the one Gabby loved. So I don't know what we've learned from this, but I've got to read one of my favorite new thrillers. Razorblade Tears was an absolute winner for me, and I've already got my mom to buy a copy for my stepdad because I think he would absolutely love it, and our reading taste like never overlaps, so it's very funny. But he likes some skopskitten donner, you know. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. Maybe because of this I will pick up a couple more of the thrillers that Gabby recommends every now and again, because like obviously we liked Razorblade Tears, we both liked it, so maybe I can get a few more thriller recommendations because I'm gonna be watching the videos anyway because they're bomb. But anyway, if you like this video and you want to see more from me, check out my social media. It is all down below, TikTok and Instagram, and there's my little Kofi link if you want to support me. It's like a little one-time tip jar, but other than that, like, comment, subscribe, all of that fun stuff, and I'll check you next time.